What's going on, everybody? It is Thursday evening time for FOC. Still seems weird to say Thursday's time for FOC. And Louis made it back. What's up, Louis Logics? We also got some others hanging out with us already in the chat. Comics Talk Weekly. I don't know. I don't know what these comics are he's talking about, though. I don't know. Wes is here. Man, we got it. We got lots of people in the chat already. But yeah, Good Boy. Good Boy was great issue 1. I wish I could say I've read through the whole series because I have the Kickstarter versions, but I have not had time to yet. I still got a stack of books to read from this week. But yeah, Lord Chucks, what's going on? John Stout, got the whole crew here tonight already. So let's kick it over. There's only like 2 things over on Lunar this week in terms of FOC indie books. So we're focusing on indie books. It used to, I think, Louis, probably the last time you watched, I was still doing the full FOC, but we're going to focus over on the indie books this from here out. Animal Castle was really good too. That I was wondering if it's going to be a flop or fantastic, and it was fantastic. So if you're not picking up Animal Castle from Ablaze Comics, you should be doing that. It's not on FOC, I don't think, unless I missed it when I scrolled through real quick, but we'll be going through everything, so we'll take a look. But the stuff we have over here, indie books on Lunar FOC, we have Provenance of Secrets #2 from Black Caravan, of course, is the imprint of Scout Comics. I really don't know much about this one. I have not read issue 1 of this. So I can't say one way or another, but Scout and Black Caravan have been putting out some great books recently. So would not be surprised to see that it's another great one here. We have a 10 copy incentive unlockable variant here. And then they're putting out a magazine. It says it's Scout Comics that's doing it. A geeky lifestyle magazine. It's back and better than ever. In the first issue with Scout Comics, the Sartorial Geek presents a best-of compilation featuring old favorites like articles on fictional style icons, Sabrina Spellman cosplay tutorial, and an interview with comic book and television writer Kelly Sue DeConnick. Readers also discover their new, soon-to-be favorite Scout Comics, starting with an excerpt from Stake, featuring a vampire bounty hunter trying to track down the bloodthirsty monsters who destroyed her life. Highly recommend reading Stake. Not only because we have an exclusive variant for the Stake Presents Jessamy comic right here that you can still get from us on Instagram. Shoot us a message. I got to post again. Sunday is going to be the deadline for ordering and getting signed copies. I do need to let them know very soon how many signed copies that we want to get before they send the books to us. So that's just a reminder there for that. But yeah, it's a great comic series. The first volume is at Scout Comics, and this is a different story in that world. Kind of a prequel story. Yeah, it's good to see you back in the chat, Louis. Is that actually her on the cover of that? I didn't realize that. I guess so. Yeah, I guess that is her. Huh. Didn't even make that connection there. So let's move over to Previews World and talk about the indie books over here, starting with the Image Comics section here, where we got a series that I really enjoyed the first issue and I didn't know anything about. We've got a thing called Truth #3 of 5. Yolanda Zanfardino and Elisa Romboli putting this comic together for us. 2 unlikely travel companions reach the first stop of their journey, the Eternal City. Following their guide, they embark on a riotous scavenger hunt for locations where famous movie scenes were filmed, only to find the last item may not have the happy ending they anticipated. They've been doing this interesting thing where they focus on one of the 2 main characters in the cover A and then the other in the cover B. And then they do this weird wraparound cover that shouldn't go together, but it does, and that's like a cover C. So I don't get that, but they've been doing. I don't think they're doing ratios on this. They're not. Let's see what else we got. We got some volumes of different books here, and we've got Department of Truth number 15 here with a killer Martin Simmons cover as always. Let's see. The metal cover can double as a self-defense device if thrown properly. Yeah, metal covers are pretty sturdy. I've got a couple of them myself. Fortunately, will not get to keep our metal cover because I sold them all, but that is okay because I know the people who bought them are going to enjoy them. Oh, I did not know she was in the Captain Marvel movie. Okay, cool. Comic Dude's in the house. What's going on? John Stout liked the first issue of Providence. So there we go. We got some love for that series over from Scout Comics. That's good to hear. So yeah, Department of Truth issue number 15. James Tynion. It's saying David Romero on the interior art for this issue. So it must be giving, yeah, and he's listed here. They must be giving Martin Simmons a break here. Fan favorite illustrator David Romero from, he does some art in the Razor Blades horror magazine. Okay. Revealing the true origin of Mothman. Awesome. I'm really enjoying Department of Truth. Looks like we have a David Romero variant here with Mothman on the cover, and I might need to get that. Very much might need to get that. Interesting that the image says coming soon, but then you click on it and it's there. Yeah, Mothman can be creepy, but fun time too, maybe. So let's keep going here. We've got trade paper or hardcover for Firepower here. It looks like collecting issues 1 through 12. So if you're waiting for a large book version of Firepower, here is the first one of that with issue 1 through 12 there. And Frontiersman on to issue number 4. Issue 3 must be coming out maybe this week or the week after because it's not out yet. But issue 1 and 2 were very enjoyable for this. Essentially a retired superhero and one of his villains comes back but doesn't want to fight him, has more something to tell him. He's trying to reach somebody, and their interaction is fantastic and really sold me on this story. Patrick Kinlan, Marco Ferrari on this book right here. Good Asian on to issue 8 of 10 here. Not one that I've been reading myself, but I've heard people that are enjoying that more like noir style story. Really enjoying this. Inkblot on to issue number 15 here from Emma Kubert and Rusty Glad. I absolutely enjoy this. It's such a fun book. Always a book that I read after a heavier read, and you're trying to cheer up a little bit. That's the go-to. Carmen's getting a hardcover collecting 1 through 5. I might have to pick this up because it's just such a good story, and have a nice hardcover collected edition, especially one with that red cover. That'd be beautiful. Magic Order 2 on to issue 3 here. Haven't read issue 2 yet. It's in my pile still. Actually, it's like next up in my pile here. So I'll get to it soon. But issue 1 was a great return to this world. So I'm assuming the rest of the series is going to be just as strong as the first series was. Wes multitasking here, writing the lab report and watching. Appreciate you, Wes. Don't fail your lab report. I think that's always a good thing to do. If there's a series you hear about that you get on too late, just pick up trades, catch up that way. Firepower, now you got a collected 1 through 12 hardcover. That might be a good way to get on board. Department of Truth will probably have some sort of big collected edition soon too, because that was what, issue 15, right? Issue 15. So maybe we're gonna get a 15 issue collected edition or something. I put a dent in that reading mountain. The one that I showed, which one? This one, which is still the same size, or the Weeks mountain? It's a little bit smaller, I think. Maybe. Good evening, Comic Crack. Dream Eater 99 missed out on something Killing the Children, but jumped on Department of Truth. Yeah, I thankfully got on Something is Killing the Children at the beginning, and just absolutely enjoyed it from the start. And same with Department of Truth. But at that time, I wasn't, thinking that there would be something as crazy and wild as they are now. And here we are. We have something from Junie Ba called Monkey Meat, a new thrilling anthology. Junie Ba's art is very distinct and interesting, so you can definitely tell this is Junie Ba's art here. It's a mini-series premiere. It's a 5-issue mini-series. Delia creator, I don't know how to say that, introduces a new fantasy universe's anthology series. Monkey Meat Company made its fortune selling cans of processed meat all around the world. Using that money to fuel their wacky experiments, they turned their native island into a magical hyper-capitalist hellscape where even demons have to pay rent. Follow the lives of the creatures of Monkey Meat Island in this fun, action-packed romp. Each issue is its own story. And apparently this is a follow-up to Delia. Delivers a smart, funny, drop-dead, but gorgeous satire of capitalism, climate annihilation, and perpetual content culture, proving once again that he is one of the most exciting cartoonists working today. All right. So let me close that. I guess there's just one cover for this. Yep. And then we have the Noctera special for Blacktop Bill. Very excited to see Noctera come back. Yep. Yeah, House of Slaughter's been good so far. Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't click on that. It's the same art style, I believe. So actually, if you've seen which comic was it? Was it one of the Boom Studios comics has Junie Ba's art on the cover Bees. I can't think of which one it is right now. Maybe it was, I don't think it was Dark Blood. I don't know. But yeah, it had this distinctive style to it, which is great. I always love a unique, distinct style. But yeah, Noctera back here with the Blacktop Bill special. Hall of Mirrors. Behold the book of Blacktop Bill. In the wake of the first arc's explosive finale, the origin of Noctera's most terrifying creature will at last be revealed in this special one-shot. Witness the horror that awaits our heroes as Scott Snyder and legendary artist Dennis Cowan presents a penny dreadful you won't soon forget. Standalone tale perfect for Noctera fans looking for more nightmarish storytelling or readers new to the series. I'm excited to see Blacktop Bill's origin. We got a little bit of, what's going on there, but how it happened is going to be cool. And this stands out, of course, because it's got a little bit of a Something is Killing the Children mask vibe to me. But yeah, a nice black cover with that on there. Perfect. Let's see. There's usually ratios. Let's see if they have them for the special too. We have a 1/10 black and white variant for that. 1/25 black and white variant, sketch variant, maybe even there. A 1/50 raw variant there. the lines variant. And that's it. Girl Scouts one just came out. The art style a little bit different, but has a similar like distinctive vibe to it. But I'm not sure. Ordinary Gods on to issue number 6 here from Kyle Higgins, Joe Clark, and Felipe Watanabe and Frank William. I'll be honest, this lost me after 2 issues. It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be, but I've heard people reading it are still enjoying it. So that ends that first story arc. So if you're interested in it, maybe worth waiting for the trade to come out in a little bit. Yeah, so I think the art's a little different, but they both have their own distinctive styles. I think that's a good way to compare them. Savage Dragon number 261 from Eric Larson. Again, we get the regular, and then we get the retro 70s trade dress there. Spawn's on to 325 from Todd McFarlane, Carlo Barberi, and Bjorn Beren's doing this crazy cover A here. A cover B by by Aguio, not by Carlo Barberi. Right there. So interesting, they haven't updated the thumbnails, but they have updated some of the images. Undiscovered Country is still going. It's on to issue 18. I feel like it's been going on for quite a while. Charles Soule and Scott Snyder co-writing this one. Leonardo Marcello Grassi on the art with Giuseppe Camuncoli. Third arc story comes to a shocking close, and we now present Ace Kenyatta. So to me, that means there's going to be a 4th story arc coming from them for this. Hey, Chef. How are you doing? Welcome in. And there is a cover B by Jay Lee. Oh, that's a fire cover. If I was reading Undiscovered Country, gotta get that. And then The Walking Dead Deluxe is already on to issue number 30 somehow. They're blowing through this with the colored version of the book. So, of course, you guys know the first version did not have any colors in it. Looks like we have a new Matt Kint story here with Tyler and Hillary Jenkins on the art for this. A horror jungle story by Matt Kint and Tyler Jenkins. 2 haunted men are on a hunt in the jungles of Vietnam, searching for clues to a missing treasure trove of gold that was stolen from all over Asia by a Japanese general during the World War II. Eventually, they find a series of hidden caves in the mountains near the coast. Bodies start showing up, murder victims and mutilated corpses. There's a rumor that the caves and gold are protected by terrifying witches that have been living in the cave system for thousands of years. As our warriors travel deeper into the mystery, they learn more disturbing facts about each other and become paranoid of one another as they get closer and closer to the gold, while at the same time, a bizarre serial killer is hunting them down. I'll be honest, when I read Fear Case, I've only made it 2 issues in. It's the same creative team, so I'm probably passing on this one. Cool Lawrence Campbell cover B here, though. I couldn't get into the art by those creators, and there are some things with the dialogue that really threw me off. But Phil's a big Matt Kint fan, and I like some of Matt Kint's stuff, but the creative team for Fear Case overall just drove me away from wanting to pick this one up. It's the same creative team. Critical Role Vox Machina Origins 3, number 5 of 6. Tales of Exandria, number 3 of 4. Daisy, number 2 of 5 here from Colin Lorimer. If a teenage girl told you she was descended from giant monstrous creatures spawned by fallen angels, would you believe her? If she was over 8 feet tall and showed abilities no human had ever existed, would you still need convincing? What if she brought you back from the dead? This is issue 2 of this story, Daisy. I don't remember even seeing issue number 1, so maybe it's not out yet. With all the delays and everything, it's very possible. We've got Hellboy, Bones of Giants, number 3 of 4 here as well. They did Grass Kings also, that creative team, Matt Kent and Tyler Jenkins. Haven't read Grass Kings either, but now I probably won't read Grass Kings. The 8 foot tall girlfriend that could do things other humans couldn't. I do remember that story, Phil. We're on to the last issue of May's book on Final Order Cutoff this week. And keep in mind, I forgot to bring this up. Final Order Cutoff dates are into January now. January 12th. That's, I want to say it's 5 weeks. It's probably 5 weeks out. 6th here. Do that cutoff 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're 5 weeks out on Final Order cutoff dates. So they've pushed things back a lot. It used to be about 3 weeks between Final Order cutoff and books hitting the shop, but now we're seeing a 5-week push on some of these. It'd be interesting, like some of these trade paperbacks. Yeah, trade paperback coming out in March. Listed on Final Order cutoff. So some of these are way out because the paper shortage is really putting them into a bind here. This is one I would check out if you didn't get to already from the single issues. David Boer, Claudia Balboni writing this one. A sassy space assassin story. It's a good way to put it. Oh yeah, and May's book actually has it. Speaking of Matt Kent, May's book has a Matt Kent cover B on it. Yep, exactly. Yeah, so they're trying to ensure product delivery as intended, and to get those print runs down in case there's any issues with the supply chain. But yeah, so sometimes things are popping up on FOC a second time, which I think it's better to do that, right? It's better to put them on cutoff and then put it on cutoff again when they find out that they're good with their supply. They're not going to have issues, but I think this is better. We're not at the 2-month ordering mark like you would be if you ordered just straight from the catalog. We've pushed out a lot. 5 weeks is getting closer to that 2 months, but I think this is a good compromise to make sure that we don't have issues when it comes to actually going to buy our books and nothing being there. So this should guarantee that we got a little bit of help there. No One Left to Fight 2, issue 4 of 5 from Aubrey Sitterson and Fico Ocio. I did not read the first volume, so I decided not to go for this one, but it looks like a really fun comic. So I might need to go back and read through the trades for that. Pearl is getting its first publication at Dark Horse here, where it is collecting issues 1 through 6 in this volume 1 trade paperback. This is part of Brian Michael Bendis's Jinx World comics. It's also done with Michael Gaydos. So that team right there was the creators of Jessica Jones. But this was published, I want to say 5 years ago, maybe less, that Pearl originally came out. But when Brian Michael Bendis moved everything over to Dark Horse for his Jinx World publication, that they're going to probably release more of his stuff again in new trade paperbacks. that takes us through everything there for Dark Horse. Let's go over to IDW here. We've got some G.I. Joe Real American Hero Yearbook number 4, Star Trek Mirror War number 3 of 8. And that's it. We got a looks like Best of Optimus Prime Transformers James Biggie cover for that, just like they did with the Turtles. So IDW is kind of following their own trend there and making that come out there. So we'll keep scrolling down until we hit Dynamite. Again, I don't go too long into Dynamite here because it's just a lot of covers. Maybe sometimes something different. Evil Ernie here getting the Nirvana homage cover. Almost looks like he should glow in the dark as well. Someone from Arthur Sudom doing that variant there. There's a Virgin, but that Virgin cover is $50. All right, yeah, and we have another new series here from Dynamite, Panther number 1. The Judy Jong cover, which half reminds me of like Peach Momoko's layouts, and the other half reminds me a little bit of Rose Besh, but not as hard on the thickness of the lines there. But yeah, it's another new one from them. It looks like it's just there's a couple other covers, but for a little bit it looked like it was just the same cover getting different touches done to it. That takes us over to Boom, where we got Basilisk number 6. Cullen Bunn started this one off, killing it with those first 5 issues. And Jonas Scharf's art on this is incredible. Shows his range, too. Those flashback scenes with the different style versus the present day scenes that Jonas Scharf has are fantastic. I'm really digging what they're doing here, and that like the powers of the creature, the Chimera, that's what they're called. The Chimera are a little bit sensory based, which is pretty cool. There is a Jacob Rebelka cover for the cover B here. 1 in 25 Rebelka variant as well. It's a Virgin. And I think that's it. Yeah. There's the trade paperback for Volume 1 as well. It's in shops December 29th. And then these are in shops January 5th. So that one is getting like a 3 to 4 week window. So it's hard to say what's going on sometimes. Buckhead number 2 here from Shobo Coker and George Kambadias. This one, I think issue 1 should be coming out this week. Starting out this series, it is a Boombox series. Basilisk has excellent art. Definitely, it's still on my pull list from when it was on there before, because they took a probably like 2 to 3 month break in it. But it's just fantastic. Something you definitely don't want to be missing out on. Basilisk 5 came out a while ago, is what I think we figured out. Right? Or is no? Okay, so we did only have 4 issues before. Yeah, so Basilisk 5 is out this week. Yep. December 8th. So this coming new comic book day, we'll get Basilisk 5. Okay. So I thought it was a 4-issue series for Volume 1. And then the other night, someone was saying it was 5 issues. But it is 4 issues. We were right, Louis. We got this. Issue 5 coming out this week, though. And then issue 6 coming out then at the end of the beginning of January. So Buckhead, it was a new Boombox book that I bet issue 1 is also coming out this coming new comic book day. So it'll drop at the beginning of each month. issue 2 here on FOC already, though. There's an FOC reveal variant. This one by looks like Shobo Coker, but they wrote Shof Coker. There is a 1 in 25 FOC reveal variant there. And I bet this they 1 in 10. Video game homage variant. So all you Minecraft fans here gonna want to pick this one up there. Yeah, I was thrown for a loop the other day too, so don't worry. But yeah, Minecraft fans, there is a Buckhead homage to Minecraft right here for the 1 in 10 variant. So that should cover the covers. Cover the covers for issue 2 of Buckhead. We have Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer number 2 of 4. This series by Casey Gilly, Joe Jaro, and Ario Anandito. I think it's like future Buffy down the line, if I'm not mistaken. And then a cover by Rod Race here. It was for the cover B. Oops, I meant to add another 0 there. 700. 1 in 10 of the cover A. 1 in 25 is a new one, Giuseppe Camenicoli on the cover. It looks like Buffy's going crazy on a double-decker London tour bus. And a 1 in 50 Jakub Rebelka variant there. It's like Rebelka's a new Boom artist here. I've seen Rebelka around, but it seems like the number of Boom books that popping up on, they've just signed him to some sort of deal here. A unlockable 1 per store, probably right there, of the Rob Rice cover. The main Buffy story, issue 33 with a Franny cover. Love her artwork, but I'm not a Buffy reader, so I haven't picked up any of these beautiful covers that she's doing. Vasco Georgiev on the cover B. And it looks like we got a new series here from Boom, Cursed Pirate Girl Devil's Cave. The long-awaited continuation of Cursed Pirate Girl. Her loyal companion, Pepper Dice, reveals that there's still time to bring back her father, the pirate Captain Douglas. If she can escape the Sea King's palace with the Bright Star, she'll be bold enough to enter the Devil's Cave in hope. Will she be bold enough to enter the Devil's Cave in hope to bring her father back? Or will the Devil Jonah and his minions stop her? This is a black and white art comic. This is some crazy art going on here in this story. So if that style speaks to you, I think you probably want to be picking this one up, checking out the first story for this, the first Cursed Pirate Girl story. And yeah, it looks cool. I don't like reading a follow-up series if I haven't read the initial series, so it's a pass for me for that. But yeah, that is it's great art in there. I'm glad that a very indie book has found its way into a little bit more mainstream indie here. There we go. Did I miss that? Not here, but I'm sure in the catalog. I don't know when they're going to put that on FOC then, but it's probably worth going and checking out. There is actually, I just caught this. There's a $9.99 price tag on issue 1 here, so hopefully it's a thick book. And because there's a lot of preview slides, I'm betting it's going to be a thick book. But there's a new Dune series here. Dune, A Whisper of Kaladin Seas, with a Jeff DeCall variant. Not variant, cover A. Brian Herbert and Kevin Anderson writing with Jakub Rebelka. There we go. Doing the interior arts. There is a cover B by Rebelka here as well. Virgin variant, 1 in 10. Virgin Elizabeth Torque variant for the 1 in 25. And a 1 in 50 Christian Ward variant. He's killing it, as always. Lastly, it looks like an unlockable Jeff DeCall variant there. Yeah, hopefully hefty issues. Hopefully not regular size issues and charged for $9.99. And then we got Magic the Gathering issue number 10. Jed McKay Iguara and Christina Kalita just absolutely doing a fantastic job on this story. I haven't felt like I needed to have any knowledge of Magic the Gathering in order to read this story. And I'm glad for that because I am really enjoying this story. Okay, so the Pirate Girl trade should be out December 15th. So not next new comic book day, but the one after that. It's good to know. Thank you. There were some FOCs in there that I missed because of some things going on. So it's possible that it was one of those weeks and I just didn't see it when I was looking through on my own. But yeah, Magic the Gathering, excellent story. No need to know Magic prior to this, but I feel like it probably supplements it. And I know Wes is a big fan here. So if this is the big finale, does that mean there's no Magic after this? I didn't pick up the one shot yet. Probably not going to pop up. No, okay. We got more coming. We got issue 11 here. But I'm assuming then that's just a the end of that story arc. We're going to get the big finale of the story arc. And this says a new Cabal of Planeswalker debuts. So we're going to have a whole new issue of things going on there. There's a Hidden Spark variant, which looks freaking badass. I don't know who that is, what that is, but they are phenomenal. Lee Inhuk Lee doing the art on this one. We have probably a trade version and a black and white possible in the pack. You don't know which one you'll get. Once in the Future number 23 from Kieran Gillen and Dan Mora, also on the Cutoff this week. I'm way behind on that. Need to catch up. There is a Wave 2 limited slipcase hardcover edition of Once in Future. This one's coming out in April 27th. So it's a reprint of the limited reprint of the limited slipcase. Something like that, right? Power Rangers, Gerald Perel cover here for Ryan Parrott and Francesco Mortarino on the art. We have it's like a war going on for the Power Rangers. Legacy numbering cover by Danielle De Nicuello, the artist of Seven Secrets. A Gerald Perel 1 in 10. We're going to have a Nicuello 1 in 10 here. A 1 in 25 Goni Montez cover here. A FOC reveal Jorge Corona variant here. And then probably a version of that as the 1 in 10. And what is our unlockable? Unlockable is the version of the Montez variant. So that takes us into our last section here. Okay, yeah. Finale of the first big Magic arc. Do you feel like the one shot, was it Master of Metal, Metal Master or something, is necessary for people to know what else is happening in the main Magic story. So moving into this section, of course, we're going to be looking for some cool things in here. Blood on Sunset, number 1 of 5 from Mark D'Anna and Arjuna Susini. New Source Point Press series here. It looks like a horror series. I don't know much about this one, but sounds like a murder mystery kind of thing going on, but potentially with a little bit of horror side for it. Vampires involved, so could be pretty interesting. Cross to Bear on to issue number 3 from Aftershock Comics. I haven't read issue 2 yet. That came out this last week. A new one over here from AWA Upshot. We've got The Fourth Man, issue number 1 of 4 from Jeff McCumsey, Mike Diodato Jr., and Lee Lufride. So back to the Magic one shot. Haven't read it yet, but it probably gives more on Tezzeret and his story, which could be important. Okay. I'll probably pick it up on a light week, but didn't feel like picking it up yet. So we've got, I love this cover, first of all. Love the giant floating man thing and the like folded up poster kind of look too. Definitely loving that. 3 dead bodies lay in a rural morgue, all murdered in the span of 3 weeks. It's up to 2 detectives from opposite sides of the track to determine who put them there, if the murders are linked, and what, if anything, they have to do with a pair of dueling car dealerships. A dark comedy mystery thriller by Jeff McCumsey and Mike Diodato Jr. that is inspired by an outlandish true crime story. The Fourth Man story will keep you guessing until the last page. If I remember correctly, we do have a cover B on this one from Raza with a lovely bleeding out the head pancake. Phenomenal. Godkiller Spiderlands on to issue 2 of 3 from Black Mask Studios, Matteo Pizzolo and Anna Muckraker. Killing the story. It's wild, it's crazy, and I'm loving it. And now to Good Boy, of course, from Source Point Press. Good Boy by Garrett Gunn and Christina Blanche. Art by Kit Wallace and Nick Bradshaw doing this excellent cover A here. Love that pink background. I love what this story is doing with it's like I haven't figured out yet if he is fully embodying this, because sometimes it looks like he's acting like a normal dog. So it's weird to figure out, but based on the description, I assume he is more embodying this dressed up, suited kind of dog with the guns and everything. And it very much, gives you that whole, like, if John Wick was a dog kind of vibe, and John Wick's human then got killed. That's what we've got happening here. Really digging this cover. Loving the pink background there. And there's a cover B by Francesco Francavilla, which I really love as well. So Good Boy issue 2 of 3 here. I hope there are more after the first 3, and I believe there are going to be. So stay on the lookout for that. Let's see what else we got in here. We got a lot of books. It looks like some manga. Here we go. Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, number 8 of 8. The end of Garth Ennis' series here with Goran Saduska and Miroslav Merva with Andy Clark on the cover here. We'll see how it ends. We'll see. Does she end up in prison? Do they end up saving the world? Is something else going on? Who knows? It's been a really fun ride. Glad I've been picking this one up because it's really enjoyable. Another AWA Upshot book here from this one from Mark Russell, Mike Deodato Jr., Lee Luffride, and Raza on the cover here. Not All Robots, issue 5, I believe, I think it's of 5. I thought previously it said of 5, but now it doesn't. Yeah, okay, of 5. Looks like it. Maybe it'll come back, but looks like we should be, yeah, five books, and it looks like a trade that's $9.99. That's a real good price. Very good story, different uptake on robot uprising and AI issues. So really enjoying that. SourcePoint Press is bringing back the Rise of Dracula, or it wasn't Rise of Dracula. It was another Dracula book. But we got the Rise of Dracula now, and it's Rich Davis. It's the creative team that brought the previous series and continuing it here with Rise of Dracula, soon to be a television series. So if that's your thing, you're looking to collect things because they could become TV series, here you go. All right, we're getting close to the end here. A couple more to check out, including Tales from the Dead Astronaut #2. I thought issue 1 was very fun. Jonathan Thompson, Jorge Luis Gabbado on the art. A rock star stumbles drunk through the night in a realm of steel and blood of a shadow, breaks through the light. Words echo through space with meaning. Scientists tool away. The dead rise. Continue to explore the Tales from the Dead Astronaut. Essentially a little bit of an anthology kind of story, but things that this dead astronaut floating through space is seeing coming across while going through space and experiencing, and so that's what we are getting here. We've got Winchester Mystery House from SourcePoint Press as well. We've got Oni Press Stumptown hardcover, Humanoids Swine trade paperback, and a Oni Press Witchy graphic novel. And that's it. Not a very big FOC this week, I think, for indie books anyways. Decent one. Been able to talk about them for 48 minutes. Lunar only having 2 things on it, I think, helped with that. Image probably having the biggest selection this week. It seems like a big Image week for Final Order Cutoff. But yeah, not a bad week overall FOC-wise. If you are watching this now, catching this on the rewind, don't forget, again, we have these Stake Presents Jessamy covers for sale right now. $20 for the regular, $40 for the foil version of it. The medals are sold out. I'm starting to work on the invoices. So if you haven't gotten your invoice, don't worry, it's coming. The books might have a little bit of a delay. I got told the foil and metal variants were not done properly, so they're waiting for those still to arrive. So we will get them when all that gets wrapped up. But I do need to let them know by Sunday who wants a signature on their copies. So if you are interested in it, but and want to get a signature, make sure I know by Sunday. Otherwise, buy them later once we've got everything set up, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, that covers that. That was one of the plugs I wanted to do. If you haven't claimed your winnings from last Monday, from this past Monday, just a couple of days ago, during our 1,000 subscriber giveaway, today's your last day. Putting a deadline on it. I got Louis, who claimed from me. Let me see who else I still need to hear from. But I'm going to be working on shipping things probably this weekend. Louis' prize is right there. Mark Spector Comics needs to still claim his winnings, or these bad boys will go back up on here. So if anyone wants to let him know, or anyone wants to wait and let it ride, do tell him if you want him to know. Rob Matthews still has not claimed his winnings. Robert Gonzalez has still not claimed his winnings. If you know these guys, let them know to message me. I think several of the people that need to reach out to Caroline have not done so as well. So if you want to win the things that you did win, please hit us up. We want to give you guys free things, but don't make it hard on us. If that doesn't happen, if I don't hear from these people next week when we do final order cutoff, we're going to do a giveaway with one of those, and we'll just do giveaways on every final order cutoff until I get rid of all of the books that were not claimed. So spread the word. Tell those people to make sure that they come get their winnings, or they're going back out and being given away. If you like Terry Moore's cereal, he has a limited edition hardcover with signed book plate for sale on his website. Yeah, that definitely seems like a Phil thing right there. I read the first 2 issues, and I think I was missing something, because I think if I remember correctly, the main character's from one of his other series, and so there was something I was not 100% sure on of what was going on. So, I fell off of that series. Can you win again? Sure, why not? We're doing FOC giveaways if these don't get claimed, so it's a whole new giveaway. Station Brandon, what's going on? Just wrapping up final order cutoff here, so about to end things, but catch the rewind. Not a lot of things on FOC, but some good quality things on FOC this week. So definitely worth the watch. But yeah, I think that's all I got to plug right now. I don't remember. I'm tired. It's been a long day already. Going to work on top picks for next week. Going to work on some other things going on. Rachel Rising. Yeah, that's what it was from. Yeah, I think the serial books are also going to rise in price over time. And I have them still. I really like the covers on them. They're pretty cool. About to read King of Spies again. I mean, if you guys are saying King of Spies is great, probably pick it up next week. But I haven't picked that up. I got a stack to read, so I'm gonna do some reading right now so I can catch myself up a little bit. But you guys all enjoy your Thursday nights. And I will catch you whenever I go back again live. Like I said, dropping the top picks video hopefully Monday or Tuesday. Get that back on track, and hopefully we get to record a top reads video sometime soon if we catch up on our reading over here. Yeah. Also has the Rachel Rising Omni available on his website. So I'm assuming that's King of Spies, 6 months to live and get redemption. That kind of sounds like Moths, where it was 6 months to live once you activated your powers. Appreciate you for watching, Dream Eater 99. I definitely enjoy sitting here talking about the indie books and picking out some things from some kind of gems from the books. FOC, of course, doesn't catch everything indie, so you do have to make sure you go through the previews catalog looking for some of those books, like Billy the Kit not on FOC because Blue Juice Comics is not on FOC. But this catches some of the bigger ones, so I like to talk about them there. Interesting, though. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if next week I have a lighter week and can pick it up. But that's it for me. I'll see you guys sometime. Have a nice